All right, so I'll go over how to make your survivorship curves, as well as a quick tip if you haven't already put together your spreadsheet. I just made up some data here. I've got cohort A, cohort B, and the age kind of listed on the side. So this is the number in my cohort that died at each age. So I can kind of simplify this for you, put in a formula that's probably going to make your life a little bit easier instead of doing this each one at a time. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hit the formula, hit equal, and that opens up the formula thing. So now Sheets knows that that's what you're trying to do. We know that we're starting with 50, which means we're taking 50 and we're going to go ahead and subtract however many number is in here. So that's what's saying, 50 minus whatever we started with. Okay, now if we were to drag this down, we're going to just keep getting whatever out of 50. So like down here, where there's already been a lot of death up until this point, we are going to have like only 41, for example, in this box. So I'm actually going to go ahead and add another column and write total. Okay, and so we're going to add in this. And now in the one below it, we're going to equal whatever's here. Oops, let me redo that one. Whatever is here plus whatever we got here. And this is getting our total age to death. So as I drag it down, there's 2. But as I drag it the whole way down, now I've got total number that have died up to that point. Therefore, the number alive to that age, when I take this 50 and subtract whatever this number is, it is going to tell me how many remain surviving to that age. So we can take it, put the mouse on the corner so that you've got the little plus sign there and drag it down. Okay, well that's wrong, so we're going to try something different here. Equal 50 minus whatever is here. Okay, try that again. Drag it on down, there we go. And so you can see by the age of 95, everyone in cohort A had passed. Now, that is not what you are going to be graphing. You are not graphing the number alive. Instead, you're going to be graphing survivorship. So I'm going to go ahead and write survivorship cohort A. Okay, and so this is going to equal this, whatever is in however many are alive, divided by 50, because that's how many we're starting with. So at the beginning, 100% of individuals, or 1.00, are surviving. As we go through, we can break down that by a little bit better by percentage. Okay, so this is what we're going to need to be graphing, is the total survivorship. That's why it's called a survivorship curve. I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing with cohort B. Now, to save a little bit of time, I can go ahead and copy everything that I just did. So Command C, and when I paste it over here, now these boxes, these cells here, don't recognize the number that's there, they recognize this formula. And for example, this is saying C4 plus B5. So in other words, this box plus this box. So whatever is right above it plus whatever is right to the left of it. So if I copy this over here, it's going to read that the same way, whatever's above it and whatever's to the left of it. In other words, it's going to really give me the same data manipulations, but for a different set of data. And the only difference here is we're looking at cohort B. Okay? Okay, so that's just how to get your survivorship table. To actually paste it into Word and do whatever you want to do there, or if you're using Google Docs, you just want to make sure that you have borders. That just makes it a little bit prettier, but if you didn't already do that, don't stress about it. So I'll go ahead and undo that. Okay, so now it's time to actually add our graph. And this is a little bit tricky because we have data that's in separate columns. Now, if I'm just like, graphing these two columns, it's really easy because they're right next to each other, but in this case, that's not what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and highlight the age. Now, on your keyboard, you're going to use the Command key and you're going to hold it down so that you can select multiple columns. And in this case, I'm going to be, I didn't do this here, so I'm just going to get rid of 100. Okay, so age to 95. I'm hitting Command on my keyboard right now as I go ahead and highlight the survivorship for cohort A. So now I have these two columns and I'm going to tell the Excel or Sheets to insert chart based on the data that's there. voila. This is now showing me the cohort compared to the age. So we can see 100% survivorship at 0 years, and that steadily goes down. The only problem that we have is I'm wanting you to put both. So we can see over here that there are 2 series that we can put in. So the x-axis I know is age. I made sure to highlight this box right here to tell it age, right? But where did I go? Set up right here. Here we go. The series is just referring to the data that's corresponding to that x-axis, or in other words, my y. And I want 2 lines to be there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Add Series, highlight my survivorship B, hit OK, and boom. It's done. That's easy. That's all you need to do. And then it's just a matter of changing out your axes and your title so that it appropriately reflects what these survivorship curves are showing you. So hit me up if you've got any more questions, and I will make sure to get back to you as early as I can, hopefully tonight. If not tonight, then tomorrow. All right, have a good one.